Hey, what's up team? Today we're down at Great Britain Top Team Gym in Morden. CoachNate, and I'm just going to be running through a few of my favorite exercises to help with knee prehab or rehab. Ideally, prevention is always better than a cure. So if we can try and add these into our routine, it's going to help us from getting injured. However, if we have had injuries to the knee, we can start applying some of these. I'll give you some progressions and regressions, and then that will hopefully help you build up them strong knees so you're not going to get injuries in the future. The main reason I'm doing this one is for a lot of the athletes I work with, particularly the combat athletes who find that they're getting a lot of knee injuries. So using these, as I said, in your S&C program should hopefully help you from getting knee injuries or preventing future ones. So the first exercise we're going to look at is just a pistol squat to a box. So the first one, we want something roughly around knee height. To make it easier, we can have that a bit higher up. To make it harder, we can take it a bit lower as we progress. All we're simply doing for this one is on a single leg. Ideally, we can do it with shoes off, just so we can feel the ground beneath us with the feet a little bit more. And I'm just trying to control myself down to the box or the seat or the bench and drive back up again. What you might find initially, if you're lacking strength, the knee's going to be wobbling. So it's just really trying to work on keeping that knee in line with the toe. Nice and controlled. Come down and drive back up. Two options. So to make that a little bit easier, if you find that you're struggling in the beginning, as I said, you can raise it up. Or what you can do is come down. Let's say you get to here and you find the knees kind of going. You can just kind of sit back, roll backwards a little bit, and then you can roll forwards and drive up. But what we want to work on is that balance and trying to make sure, in particular, that knee's not rolling inwards. If I want to make that a little bit harder, I could take the bench away and I could just do it working down as low as I can and back up again, okay? So if I take this out, another option we could work on there, again, single leg, just trying to come down as low as we can and driving back up. What you might find is if you've got poor ankle mobility, it's going to be quite hard for you to get low. So you can just raise the heels up, put like a block or some weight plates underneath, which is going to help you with that. Okay, so that's a pistol squat. That's exercise number one. So the next exercise that we're going to look at is a side plank. It's actually called a Copenhagen side plank. What we're really working on is building up some strength to the adductors, the muscles that are kind of connecting on the inside of the knee. So two options with this one. We want ideally a bench or something that has a clear space underneath it. And we want to make it easier, I'm going to have the foot further on, something like this. And I can choose between hand or elbow. From there, I'm going to start. So this is my start position. I'm trying to use this top leg to drive down into the bench. And then I'm just working on bringing that bottom leg to meet the top leg. And I can either hold or I can work on repetitions. One of the main things on here is that I'm using this top leg to really drive down into the bench. And I'm not letting my bottom hip drop. So as I'm up in my top, if I'm holding high, or I'm working my repetitions. Okay, if you want to make that a little bit more challenging, as I said, you can bring the foot a little bit further towards the edge of the bench and work it from there, all right? Make sure on that one, I would start off with repetitions. So work on maybe 8 to 10 reps. Once you get comfortable, then you can work on holding the position as well. So you might go up to the top position, hold for 3 seconds, and then back down again. So just to give a quick example, from here, drive up, 1, 2, 3, down. Okay, and even if you've got a weaker side or one knee in particular you're trying to protect, I would suggest doing this on both sides, both knees, okay? Put that one to work, hope you enjoy it. Okay, cool, so the next exercise we're gonna look at is called a reverse Nordic. Essentially what we're looking at here is we're going to be building kind of strength through the quads and the hip flexors. With this exercise, important that you start with smaller range of movement to begin with, and as you feel more comfortable, you can work on building up the range. Either pushing down or flat, whichever feels more comfortable. I want to make sure that I'm driving my hips forward so I'm nice and tall, and I'm squeezing my glutes. From this position, I'm controlling my body weight backwards and then driving back up again. Okay, if I want to make that a little bit easier to begin with, what I can do is come down to where I feel good. Oh, pop the hips back and drive back up again, okay? So controlling, 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 nice and easy. You might find if you've had an injury, this is quite a hard position to get into, so it might just be that you start off with that position. Okay, as you get a little bit more advanced, we can work on kind of adding arms in and controlling back up again. Over time, that goal is to get back further and further. So what we can use here, if I've got a teammate, he's just holding that tight, and then this is just helping me work on that range of movement to get a little bit lower, okay? So that's gonna really help on the mobility side of things, where I'm just getting that extra range and using someone else for a little bit of support to pull me back up. As I said, again, if it's more comfortable for you, you can have toes tucked under and work back. So this one's great because it's both a mobility drill. We're working on the stretching through the quads, but we're also trying to strengthen the muscles at the same time. Okay, so for the next movement that we're going to look at, or exercise, this one's starting to work a little bit more on our balance and being able to control and absorb force. So first we're going to go through the movement without any tension through the band, and then I'll show you ways that you can progress and regress it a little bit. So the first one, all we're going to do, we get Big Gabe to do it over here. So he's going to start off on his right leg. Okay, he's going to bend the knee a little bit, so get into a low base. And all he's going to do, I want him to drive across like a skater jump and land on the opposite leg. Come back for me, Gabe. Good. So set up. Okay, this arm's back here. All right, other arm's in front. And we drive across. Start small. So just a little drive. Catch on the other leg. Good. Stabilize. Ready, go. Okay, we go back. Good. Drive. Other arm. Good. Other arm. Yes, good. Ready, go. Switch. Nice. Good. Go. Switch. Good. Two more. Good. Stabilize. One more. Good. Nice. Relax. Okay, so starting off with that one, we go nice and small with the movement. What we can do, because he looked quite comfortable there, he wasn't losing his balance. Next thing we're going to do is just try and get him to go a little bit further with that. Okay, so come over towards me a little bit, my man. So now just try and cover a little bit more distance. Ready? Go. Stick, stick, stick. Good. That's all right. That's good. It means he's challenging himself. Good. Go. Yeah. So you see now, just as we've tweaked the distance, go, go. Good. Stable, stable, stable. Good. Go. Nice. Stabilize it. Two more. Go. Good. That's it. Stable. Last one. Go. Nice. Good. And relax. Okay. So you can see, first couple was a little bit more challenging, and then once he got his balance, he was able to control it. Loads of ways we can progress that. We'll do two more. The next one we're going to do exactly the same. So he's going to come across, but when he lands, he's going to do a little pop up and try and land on the same leg. Just pop away. I'll show you, give you a quick demo. So if we're here, we're going to drive across, up, and then try and stick, okay? So you can see that leg's a bit weak there because I've had injuries. So drive across, up, and try and get that balance. Okay, let's have a look, Gabe. Take your time with it. Start small with the jumps. Other arm, good. Cross and up. Good, stable. Then go to the other side, nice. Up. Good, okay, nice. Two more, stable. Cross, up. Good, one more. Cross, up. Good, okay, stay. So now, same thing, same drill, but try and reduce the contact time. So as soon as you land, up. Okay, you don't have to get too high, but as soon as you switch arms, switch arms, switch arms. Good, go. Good, straight up, boom. Stick, 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 good. Cross, stick it. Good, two more. Get your balance, switch arms, good. Cross, up. Hold, good. Cross, good, and stick. Nice, okay? The last one we're gonna do, so this is where we can work with our partner. We're just gonna go band around the waist. And same movement, so you're gonna actually start on this side. I'm just going to be pulling you in a little bit, all right? So you're going to start on your left leg, so you jump into me, but you're going to have to control it. Don't worry about the jump up, just the lateral. Ready? Go. Good, yeah, so it's harder now. Good, ready? Then drive out. This time he's gonna work against me. Yeah, so I'm pulling him in. Good, go again. Go. Stable, stable, stable. Good, take your time. Reset if you need to. Good, and towards me. Good, that's it, nice, we're getting it. Do it, go again. Good, stable, put the foot down if you need to. Good, go again. Stick it, good, and relax. Okay, so what you can do on that one, start with a thin band and then build up. Obviously the thickness of the band will depend on the size of the athlete as well. Quite hard, that last one? Yeah? So obviously when he's going away from me, the band's pulling him in, so he's got to really get low and use that positioning to absorb it and try not to go back. And when he's going the other way, he's got to really push out as well to try and make sure I'm not pulling him in too much. So thanks for that one, big man. Good job. Okay, so on this one, we're looking at a band resisted split squat. So want a fairly thin band for this, and we want to pop it around something that it's going to stay on. Bring that down to knee height, and then we want to loop it around not the inside, but the outside knee. Okay, so I'm going to put this on my left. We want it just around where the knee is, just above or just below. And you can see if I'm not active here, the band's going to pull my knee in. So what I want to do is actively try and use my glute and my VMO to drive the knee and keep it nice and straight. I'm going to get into my split stance position. And then from here, I've got to resist that movement. So I'm really working hard to try and make sure that knee doesn't collapse inwards. Okay, so two options there. We can work up and down like I was doing, or we can come to the bottom of the split squat and hold for a set amount of time. Either way, we're still working hard to resist. If you don't feel like there's much pull to actually bring the knee in, you can step a bit further out, or you can use a slightly thicker band, okay? So just get Gabe to come in, and we'll go through that as well. So, here you go, big man. Good, nice. So he looks hard, easy? Hard. Hard, okay, cool. So that means, hard means we've got a good level on there. I want you to come down, yeah, drive that knee out. Good, don't let the knee collapse in. Good, so that's it. So good to do this barefoot or socks or barefoot as well. So we can really try and grip the floor with the foot. Come down for me. And really try and push that knee out. So we're going to start strengthening up the glute a little bit as well. Good. Two more, last two. Good. What we can also do on this split squat is work on going a bit further forward. So as we come down, drive your knee forward more as well. So you're going to get a bit more of a quad burn. Yeah, for the difference? So this one, we're just driving that knee forwards a bit more as we come down as well. So I'm going to start loading up through the VMO on the inside. Good. We'll do one more like that, bud. So he's coming down and driving knee forward as far as he can. Squeezing nice and tight through there. And back up. Good. Nice work, champ. So again, once you get comfortable, particularly if you're rehabbing an injury, start with higher repetitions, maybe 12 to 15, and a light resistance. As you get stronger, you can increase the resistance on the band and start taking the reps down a little bit, okay? Thank you, big man. Okay, so the last exercise we're going to look at is a band-resisted knee extension, essentially. So we're going to use a fairly thick band for this, and again, we want to loop it so it sits around. We're going to go just above the knee, so not right on the kneecap, but just above. And for this movement, I'm just going to come back. So what I'm getting on here is that the band's wanting to pull the knee forwards. Okay, what I'm doing is just stabilizing myself with the other leg, and then I'm just trying to push back. So from here, I'm trying to drive that band back, straighten this leg out. Staying low, pushing back. Okay, what that would look like on, I'll go this side so you can see. So just above the knee, get a low base so I'm strong with my core. And then I'm pushing and trying to straighten this leg out. So I'm getting that kind of, This is a great movement if you haven't got a quad extension machine. So if you haven't got a knee extension machine in your gym, this is a great way to do a similar movement to really isolate that VMO. So we get Gabe in, we just talk through it as we go. So we go right leg in, my man. Okay, so just above the knee. One thing for the fellas out there with hairy legs, this one's better done with tights or some sort of, because it's going to pull on the hairs a bit. Good. So get low for me. Good. And then just try and push, drive that one back. So this can stay a little bit bent. And then we're just trying to extend that one back as far as we can. Good. That's it. Feel that working? Good. Lean back a little bit with this here. Good. That's it. Really drive back. And then what we're looking as he drives back, really trying to squeeze. There you go. So you get that straighten out. Feel that working? Good. Nice. Bit more upright. Good. Nice. Okay, so again on there, you can drive back, squeeze for a set amount of time, or we can just do reps. Again, slightly higher reps, build up. One other way we can add that into a session, if it's a group session, for example, makes the warm-up quite interesting. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to loop this around Gabe, roughly around his hips. Okay, he's going to face me. Okay, so again, good one for just building the quads and getting a bit of a burn prior to your session. I want him to get into a nice low base, so he's kind of sitting into a bit of a squat. Okay, then he's just trying to walk backwards, so just small steps, walking away from me. Good. Stay low, lean back. Go on, walk, push away. Good. Lean, keep shoulders back a little bit. Good, that's it. Keep that position. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of work as well because I'm having to hold him. Keep going. Come on, push me back, big man. Push me back. Good. Drive into the floor. Push into the floor. Drive the floor away. Push the floor away from you. Push the floor away from you. Good. A bit more upright. A little bit more upright. Good. Push the floor away. Push the floor away. Good. Relax and chill. Okay, so on that one, can be really good because I'm having to work to hold him back. For him, he's not trying to run. He's not backpedaling fast, but he's really feeling the floor and pushing with each step. So trying to get that kind of pushing extension action of the leg. So again, that's quite a nice one to add into your warm-ups prior to a session, and also gets a couple of you working together as well. So thank you for watching, and I hope you found those exercises useful. What I'll be doing is putting them into a blog post where I look at how you can actually put those exercises into a program. Thanks for watching, team, and thank you for our warrior gladiator, Gabriel.